Good morning. I am on the corner of Curtain Road and Worship Street. I'm going to have a little walk up Curtain Road this morning, just because I feel like it. I'm going to walk up one side of the road and then back down the other, and if there's anything interesting to see, I'll point it out to you. So this, by the way, is Herne Street, and that is the back of the principal tower. We're just on the edge of the City of London, just outside of the City of London boundary. Oh, look at that place. What's around there? Don't say private, so I'm going in. Oh, that's the back of the, that's a new development called The Stage. That's a load of apartments being built up there. And there is the danger of death. So yeah, we're in danger of walking too much off the beaten path here. That's like an electricity substation there, that old building. Everything else around here is new. It's just apartments on the edge of the city. So yeah, I'll go back down to Curtain Road and I'll start filming again when I get back down there. Another little side street that probably don't go nowhere. Just noticed that on the water. I wonder who that is. Shall I have a walk up here? Is it actually worth it? There's just nothing up there at all. Just nothing to see. I'm not even sure that place has even got a name. Look at these old buildings. Look at the door. That's ornate for these parts. Little boozer there, the horse and groom. Another little side street. God knows where it goes. This hoarding is the same hoarding that was on the other side, so I'm assuming that there's another big development going to be inserted into that space behind the hoardings. Yeah, I can't go no further anyway. Just nothing to see at all, really. It's worth coming up to have a look though, just in case. You never know. You never know what you might find. Another little side street. This one has actually got a name. This is Hewitt Street. Don't think I've ever walked down here in my life. There's nothing up here but a building site. Yeah, nothing to see. The drum labs. It actually says point your camera here. Look at that old building now, that has got to go, that. I can't see that remaining. I don't know, has it got any charm, that building? I think it's a building that it's of its time. And in the future, between all the old buildings that are preserved now and all the shiny new buildings that are being built, these sort of buildings won't exist, but they are of their time. And there will probably be very few examples of that style of building left. I don't know. It's up to the eye of the beholder, I suppose. NSPCC. This is the back of the American car wash on Great Eastern Street. That's a good example of what can be done with these old buildings. I mean, that's being used as, well, I suppose, flats on top and bars and restaurants underneath, whatever. Is that a hotel? I don't know, but they've tidied the building up, put all nice new window frames in it. Looks quite smart, doesn't it? Or am I talking crap? Probably talking crap. Look at that. Together we can. Just filming the streets. Yeah. Things going on, aren't there? Things to see. He said don't film something. God knows what he said. There's all spray coming off of that car wash. So this is the corner of Great Eastern Street and Curtin Road. Just wipe the lens. That's the old Blue Last there. That pub's been there a while. I wonder whether there's anything down the side of this building. It looked like there was. Oh, there is. King John Court. You wouldn't know there was anything there, would you? King John Court. Well, this is obviously the back of the old Blue Last. There's a lot of artwork around here. She's got a record player on her head, this bird, look. It's just mad. So yeah, as I say, that is the back of the old Blue Last pub. We're on the corner of New Inn Yard. And can you believe that little courtyard there had a name, King John Court? Was it King John Court? I might have got it wrong, I put it at the bottom of the screen. That is crazy. Just a little bit of rundown London, just off the main drag. So look, we're back onto Curtain Road now, and that's Great Eastern Street running across there that I just crossed. That is not the time. It is right twice a day. But for the other, yeah, I'll stop talking. Look at that elephant up there, look. Mad. Empathy Revolution. So as you can see, as we get further away from the city, as we're walking north up Curtain Road, you can see the towers in the distance in the City of London, the financial area of the City of London. This obviously used to be a boys' school, Curtain Road School, boys. Well, I say a boys' school, that was a boys' entrance. Sometimes they had different entrances for boys and girls for some reason. Back in the day. It's the University of the Arts, London. London College of Fashion. Right, okay. Bateman's Row. Let's see where this goes. Looks like the lorry's had a chunk out of the wall there. This, I know, is going to take us up the Shoreditch High Street, but I'm not going to walk down that far because it will really be a rambling walk. Just graffiti down every little alleyway, everywhere you look. Artwork, all sorts. Warning, private property, no loitering or unauthorised parking. No loitering. Oh, so this is the back of what would have been that school. Curtain Road School that we see on the main drag. Yeah, I won't go no further than New Inn Street because the focus of the walk today is supposedly meant to be Curtain Road. So yeah, that's New Inn Street. I'll have to do a walk with all these little streets. Just focusing entirely on all these little streets. Yeah, look, there's an entrance there to the school. Let's see if this says boys or girls. If it says boys again, then I'm assuming it is just a boys' school. It just says infants. Alright, okay. Let's get back onto Curtain Road. I will have to do a walk of all these streets. The back streets between Curtain Road and Shoreditch High Street, I suppose. Let's see what artwork I can find in here. Warning, all vehicles left in this car park. Right, ain't telling me I can't be here. That's what I wanted to see up there. I don't know whether you're going to see it because of the light shining down here. There are true sides to every story, and there's a typewriter there as well. So back out onto Curtain Road again, and my fingers are freezing again. I need to invest in a pair of gloves. It just never seems that cold when I come for a walk, and then when I start holding the camera, my fingers start to freeze up. Curtain Place. I've never heard of that before. Let's stick the camera in there. Well, that, folks, was Curtain Place. How about this Dereham Place? Never heard of this. Dereham Place. Look at this place, look. Let's film some of the graffiti down here. Look at that, look. COVID-19 Wuhan. Odivirus. I've never heard of this Dereham Place. It's just mad. It stinks of piss. There's graffiti and artwork everywhere, but some of it is really interesting. Political advisory, explicit con men. Yeah, that's true. Some of these are blinding. You just can't possibly look at all this stuff in one go. There's too much of it. Look, there's vinyl up there, vinyl records, look. Just screwed to the wall, or screwed to whatever that is, that canopy. Look at Nicola Sturgeon, look. Some of these are fantastic. Puff Daddy. Oh god, I ain't gonna read them all. I could spend all day down here looking at these. You got to come down these places and see them for yourself. You could spend all day reading these. Look at that one. Life is better with my gay dog. There are no new ideas apart from all the stuff that hasn't been done yet. Yeah. Wow, this just goes on forever, this little back street. What even is that Dereham Place here? Not even sure I'm allowed to be down here. How's this geezer get down here? Christ. I won't put his number plate on there, but he's got the cheapest parking in central London. I bet you don't get no wardens come down here. Well, that is the back of Curtain Place that we see from the other side. And this is bringing us out onto I don't know where. Jesus Christ. I've never been around these streets in my life. I mean, I've lived not far from here. I grew up round here, about a mile away, if that. And I've never walked down these streets in my life, these little back streets here. Didn't even know this existed, whatever this is. This is still Dereham Place. More of this artwork. That's crazy. So Dareham Place, this is, as I say, I just thought of a terrible pun. Dareham, I say it. This is taking me off the beaten path. Really, I'm meant to be along Curtain Road. Oh, look at this gaff, look. Just one little house, 16 Dareham Place. Just round the back here. It's just amazing, it goes on forever. It's a little maze of streets round the back here. I never knew all these streets were. Oh, that's Shoreditch High Street there. Oh look, this isn't about Shoreditch High Street, this is about Curtain Road, so I'm going to go back the other way. Look, is it? It is. Major sleeves once you're on your knees. Can you believe this geezer's parked here? It's mad. Let's make it back to Curtain Road now. Right, we're making it back out to Curtain Road again. We'll get a better view of these buildings from the other side of the road. What is that place? Strong room. Rivington Street. Now I do know this street, and the reason being is, apart from the fact that I've been in Franco's many a time, many moons ago, it's the fact that my wife used to work down this street. I don't know if you can notice up that tree, that little nest at the top of that tree, right in the middle of the city. Now, what would that be, a long-tailed tit? Answers on a postcard, please. Anyhow, this is Rivington Street, and I'll just walk up to Rivington Place just in case my wife does watch this video and she says, why didn't you show me Rivington Place? I haven't been in that Franco's takeaway there for about 20 years, I would say. This is such a trendy, happening place these days. When my wife used to work here in the early 90s, this was just a run down back street, just properly run down. That Bash Street, that's obviously been put there because this is Rivington Street. Got a dumper truck coming, I bet I'm in their way. Yeah, I'm gonna get them bins that I was standing next to. So yeah, down this street here, which is at the back of, I think, Shoreditch Town Hall, this is where my wife used to work many moons ago. You know what? I can never ever remember these little columns and railings. They must have been here then. They look of an age where they've been there a while. That building there. We was in that building when a bomb went off at the Baltic Exchange. And probably less than a mile away from it, or roughly a mile away from it, and my God, did it make a noise. It rattled these windows, put it that way. Rivington Place. There you go. I never used to look round here. This is the back of the town hall, which is incidentally not a town hall anymore. That's mad. Brings back memories. Alright, let's get back onto Curtin Road. This is going to be a longer video than I thought it was going to be. There's too much to see. Standard Place. It's another one I've not heard of. It's mad what's going on around here. It's changed so much. It really has. So right, we've come to the top of Curtin Road where it meets Old Street, and just over the road there, that place there that now is called Balls, that used to be the London Apprentice. That used to be a famous gay pub. Jesus, surely not. All this has been done with a, looks like a black felt tip pen. Mad. Nice. Big pile of puke. How many signs do they need in one place? The Barley Mow. There's a little plaque on the side, I'll give that a little read. Just licensed to sell by retail all intoxicating liquor for consumption on and off the premises. Alright, okay. Thought it might have said this pub has been here for 500 years or something, but no. Oh, by the way, this is still Rivington Street. Which, in and of itself, is an interesting looking street. Ruffians Barbers. Alright, okay, the Bricklayers Arms, that's quite a well known pub there actually. Yeah, mad little back streets around here. That's that Darren Place, that's where I was a minute ago, where all the artwork is down there. It's a shame because that building, that's not going to last forever, that will be torn down. So all that artwork and graffiti is transient. It's never going to be there forever. It's just worth recording, I think, because it just won't be there forever. Right, let's walk down, what is it, Mills Court. Look at this. Didn't know this was here. I don't even know what this is called. Is it even called anything? It's the back of somewhere. I'll have a little look up there after. Look at this. W.A. Hudson Limited, furnishing brass founders. This is taking you back to a place when these sort of places were very industrial. These areas. Oh right, so this is still Mills Court. I've got a van backing in here now. No, looks like he's going now. He's coming back. Let's have a little walk down. I missed that. That's basically the same as what was on the wall there. W.A. Hudson Limited, furnishing brass founders, offices and showrooms. Can't find any the best free parking in central London here. So that was Mills Court. That was quite interesting actually. That Hudson place, the brass founders. Sigardi, Basque Country Chefs. Ooh. Look at this. They're dry aging beef here. Look at that, just in the window there. I'm hoping you can see that and there's not too much glare. Sigardi, Basque Country Chefs. It's the first Basque Country restaurant I've ever seen in London. Plenty of Spanish tapas bars. I mean, to most British people, the Basque Country is part of Spain, but to the rest of Spain, I suppose, but to the Basque region, or to the people of the Basque region or the Basque Country, they are absolutely not part of Spain. See, look, this is what you don't see. This is why you've got to do both sides of the road. What does that say up there? Poulton and Nicholson Limited. Poulton and Nicholson Limited on the side of that building there. And that's the old blue last that we was round the back of earlier, King John Court. Gatesborough Street. Didn't notice this place. This is obviously Japanese. Look at all the sake in the window. Or Japanese beer. I won't go up now. I don't want to see anything new put in place of these buildings. These have got to be preserved. So that was Luke Street. Loads of writing on the wall there. The Mondrian, Shoreditch. And this is Rivington Street. There are a lot of other streets around here to discover. A lot of them have got character. That old sign up there on the side of the car park. Parking system. Mayor's Brothers. This is where I say that earlier. Point your camera at the drum labs. Look how they've stuck these on, look. Give her a moustache. Covered over his you know what's. Stuck that on his nose. Clever use of blue tack, I must say. Oh right, earlier up the side of the Horse and Groom there was a little bit of writing on the wall, but there was a bloke, he had all these bags on this little bench covering what was written on the wall. So I'm going to go back there now and I'm going to see what it says. On this site stood the Curtain Theatre, 1577 to 1599. William Shakespeare first performed Henry V and Romeo and Juliet and acted on stage himself. Really? You know what, I do remember years ago seeing a plaque, like an official plaque on the wall, and it's been taken down, I reckon. Maybe it was on one of these new buildings, and when they took the old building down and built this up, they might have taken the plaque down with it, but so somebody's taken it upon themselves to write that out again. So this area has links to William Shakespeare. This would have been right outside the city back then in the 1500s. This would have been a suburb of the city back then. This would have been outside the city walls. Right, we're coming to the end of this walk now. And it's taken longer than I expected, to tell you the truth. There's been more to see than I imagined. I thought it was just going to be a walk along Curtain Road, but there's so many little side streets to look at. I'm just going to have to make a video for another day, just highlighting and detailing all those other little streets, because there's plenty to see. But there's one last place I want to show you before I have to get to work. As we turn into Worship Street, this little terrace of, well, I suppose they would have been houses years ago maybe, or businesses. So just along here, look at these places, look. At the risk of getting run over, there's an old fountain in there. Look at this. Jesus, that is filth. And that little door there, I mean, what would that have been for? So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I'll walk across the road and get these places more into perspective for you. But that is it. That really is it. So yeah, there they are from the other side of the road. Just thought they'd be worth looking at. Actually, there's a plaque up the end there. So this really isn't it. Not for now anyway. Let's go and have a look at what the plaque says. Might say something interesting. Yep, tells you about it. 91 to 101 Worship Street. Built as workshops and dwellings, designed by Philip Webb, 1862. Friend and colleague of William Morris, co-founders of the Society for the Protection of Ancient Buildings, 1877. London Borough of Hackney. Oh well. Right, that really is it, that is it.